Welcome back to High Cheese, Mets news, baseball news. I'm Tommy. This is Bobby. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened, boys, ladies, gents. The Mets season has come to an end. We lost Game 6 of the NLCS, but god damn if that's not a great thing to say at the end of this season. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it, Bob. Welcome back to High Cheese. This will be the last episode for a little bit because we're going to just go cry in the corner and watch the World Series like everybody else. The Fall Classic was absolutely electric this year. Mets were a big part of it, as you all know. And it all came to a crushing end in Los Angeles last night. So, initial thoughts, Bob, where are you at?
I'm pretty happy. I feel it's a weird feeling and a weird vibe. I feel like we didn't lose. The Dodgers won. That's kind of my takeaway.
Oh, yes. Yes, as I was telling you before the game yesterday, I had mentioned that I wasn't scared or nervous about losing. I was just sad at the prospect of losing this team and not having the entire squad again, because this team is just so much fun, as everyone's seen.
Yeah,
as everyone's been a part of this time. It's been so much fun with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a tough game. They were crawling back. Even at the end, I was like, maybe.
Here's a high fly ball to deep center field. Pages going back, reaches for the wall. It's gone.
When Vientos hit that shot to bring us within 3, I thought the same thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, we just needed to put up a couple of crooked innings, and we didn't. There was a couple bases loaded situations. We needed to get something, and we didn't. So, it just became too much. Our pitching kind of got exposed in the Dodgers series a bit.
Yeah, I mean, also the Mookie Betts became dead Mookie Betts stuff. Shohei did Shohei stuff. Yeah. Teoscar did Teoscar stuff. Like, they were all in slumps to start of the season, and then started the series, and then all of a sudden something clicked with all of them. Pages came out and was lights out that one game.
Yeah, he's played good against us from the beginning of the season to the end of the season.
Yeah, that Dodgers team is no joke.
Yeah, but we're no joke either. And, I feel like, again, on paper, I said this the whole time. On paper, the Dodgers line up better. But at the same time, we play better. We had heart. We had chemistry. And this team had something that they've been rocking since June. It wasn't like a September thing like the Tigers had.
Absolutely.
It was an entire season thing. And it was really a foundational thing within the clubhouse more than anything. And that core is still with the team. It'll be interesting to see who, amongst the free agents gets swallowed up into that core.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Do you have any ideas of who you want to stay or who you think will stay with this core?
I mean, I think that Manaea is probably an easy one to think that he's going to stay. He figured out his arm slot. We kind of gave him a second chance of revitalization. He seemed very broken up and sad, and in his post conference.
He has an opt out. Do you think he opts in, or do you think he says, "Well, hook me up. I pitched really well. I'm a different pitcher than what you got me for"? Kind of.
I only think he opts out if they have the conversation and it's already predetermined. Hey, I'm signing here for like 4 years, so let's opt out and do something now.
Word.
But I don't think he leaves. Other than that, I mean, to be honest, I don't think Winker. I think Winker stays.
I want Winker to stay so bad. Yeah, you gotta have that. As a friend of mine said, the Sean Avery of baseball, the guy just hated by everybody.
Raphael, baby.
Love it.
You got your Leonardo and your Donatello and Lindor and Nimmo.
He's just so electric, and his highest OPS in the postseason for us. He was insane. Vientos, love that he with that home run. I love that he's got the most RBIs in the postseason as a Met, and we won the World Series. And that dude didn't even make the World Series. He's got the most RBIs in a postseason as a Met. Insane.
That's why you can't be upset today as a Mets fan, because what this did for the core, for the all those young kids,
bright.
You have Acuna that just came up, and he's one of the reasons that we made it this far because of what he did during Lindor's absence. And I know like we lost some games, but he came up clutching those hits. You know, you had all these young guys come up and just play the hell out of it. Real quick,
Experience.
What do you think? This was the last game we see. The narrative that was every announcer since the postseason started. But do you think this was the last game we see Alonso in the Mets jersey?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. The offseason is going to play out crazy. I think he stays just because of this offseason. I keep saying that. This postseason, because of Steve, because of I think Pete sticks around because he sees the trajectory of things, and I think he'll stick around. But I have no idea. I have no idea right now.
Or
back on what you were saying about the youngins, you had asked me because you had said you were asking, was there any pictures or photos floating around of Mets players lingering post loss?
I always like that because that always shows that hunger. That always shows that, like, I want to watch this. I want this pain. I want to remember this pain, and I want to work on this.
I saw some tweets, some stuff about players who stuck around. 2 players, Met players who stuck around the dugout to watch the celebrations.
Whom?
Francisco Alvarez.
Oof.
And Mark Vientos.
Oof. Ooh.
Just sitting there like, all right.
I love that.
I see you, Dodgers. I see you, sons of bitches. Let's go, Mets!
Yeah. You got to respect that.
Fire me up.
Yeah.
Also, go inside. Don't be a glutton for pain.
No.
Go inside.
No. Take it in. Learn from it. Use that, man. That's the fuel. That's the fuel. They're about to get to work. There's no off season.
Yeah.
And they got their boys. We got Mauricio. Like, that's the thing. The future's bright, man. Mauricio without an injury.
Yeah.
You got Gilbert probably coming up. You got all these young guys coming up there wanting to be part of this team. We just made it seem on the World Showcase, we showed how much fun it is to be a Mets fan. Castellanos literally said, screw this place. I don't even want to play here during that Phillies home game when they were booing him, and he was having a hell of a series. Cuts to Citi Field where we're literally singing The Temptations 45,000 strong. Like, literally. Like, come on. Like, people are hugging and loving and having a great time as a Mets, and everyone makes fun of the memes. The memes was just part of the fun and everything that we were having, and that people on the outside are going to look in and like, oh, it's a gimmick. No, we're just having a good time, man. And I think that goes from Steve Cohen to the clubhouse, to the fans, and I think they established a great foundation and a captain in Lindor, and you can't be anything but happy with how the season went.
Absolutely. I agree with all that you just said. It's a perfect way to wrap this up. Great season. Couldn't be happier. Future's too bright. Future's too bright.
Gotta wear shades, as they say.
I literally went to grab some glasses and I haven't. Future's too bright. Well, let's go. Mets go. High Cheese Media. Let's see what happens with this World Series. Fall Classic is fall classicing, baby. It's back. Yeah. This postseason's been electric, so imagine the World Series is going to be just as crazy. Two Giants. Dodgers, Yanks. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see what happens. Who knows? 2 juggernauts. Darth Vader versus Darth Vader. It's I guess. It's when the same guy picks the other guy you already picked, and you're like, what? All right, I guess we'll fight each other. See who wins.
But
spoiler, it's going to be Darth Vader.
But I wanted to be Darth Vader. All right.